All right. Good morning. And welcome to, I guess, the third annual Sandbox Demo Day. It's great to have you all here. I was talking to some folks beforehand, and I think we have people as far away as New York and as close as Provo. This always feels like a big party. Thanks for coming. There's a lot of people it takes to pull off this. So let me just start by thanking many of them. Everyone from the incomparable Scott Evanson and Doug Thomas to Seth Christensen, Jeff Dyer, a half a dozen academic advisors, dozens and dozens of mentors and experts, those that come in and teach our class sessions. But today I actually want to thank one person specifically. I think mostly because he often gets overlooked or not thanked for the key part he plays in making Sandbox happen, and that's Mike Hendren, who's here somewhere. We'll clap for him. As you're probably aware, Sandbox is not traditional education, and if you know universities are nothing if not traditional. And so getting those two to work together is no small task, and a lot of that burden falls on Mike's shoulders. And so we're incredibly grateful for all that he does, both to make that happen and just programmatically generally. So thanks, Mike. Before we get going, I've got one really exciting announcement. So we are formally launching Sandbox at 3 new universities this fall, all the way from the south, Utah Tech, to the north at Utah State, and right here at our neighbor, UVU. It's been a dream of mine. We've got a bunch of them here today, so thanks for making some of them the longer trip, some of you just down the road. But it's been a dream of mine since launching Sandbox to figure out how to take it to more places, and so this is the first step, we hope, of many more. So that's super exciting. All right, before we get going, just one thing to share. So I talked to a lot of people about Sandbox, and I would say that almost none of them understand what we're really doing here. And I don't know if even the students understand what we're really doing here. Yes, Sandbox is a startup incubator. Yes, every year we've had some number of companies go on and launch successfully. And spoiler alert, we've done it again this year. I'm excited for you to see those in just a minute. But that's not what we're really doing. What we're really doing here is creating an environment, creating a program that fosters a different type of human being. And when I look out at the world and see all the problems and challenges that we have, all the way from the mundane to the truly existential, right? A lot of people, I think, view that through an apocalyptic lens. I don't. I view it with optimism because I believe in the power of humans to solve those problems. But it's not going to be just any kind of person. We need people who know how to lean in and to build. And that is what we're doing in Sandbox. I want you to pay attention today to the presentations, how often you hear a student say something like, 2 months ago, I launched this thing, or just a week ago, or a month ago, or 2 weeks ago. That is code for I leaned in, I built something, and it failed. And I had to lean in again, right? And sometimes it's code for I leaned in, I built something, it failed. I leaned in again, I built something again, it failed again. And I'm choosing to lean in again. The people you're going to meet today, I think, are remarkable human beings. And some of them will, take the companies that they're going to pitch today and make them into great things. But all of them, I hope and believe, are going to go out and lean in, build, lean in, build, and do it again and again and again until they've made their dent in the universe. So I couldn't be more excited to see that happen. If you've been here before, you know our MC, Zach Oates. We're excited to have him back. Zach Oates is an author, husband, father of 4, entrepreneur, and hot tub aficionado. He was voted top 100 entrepreneurs, rang the NASDAQ bell, won the world's biggest business competition, has been to 50 countries and started 3 companies. He got his undergrad and MBA right here at BYU. And during that time, he went on 1,000 dates before getting married. And he wrote a book called Dating Never Works Until It Does. He's currently the founder and CEO of Ovation, an actionable guest feedback platform, working with over 4,000 restaurants. And every demo day, I say a prayer that he only tells BYU appropriate jokes. And so let's welcome back to the stage, Zach Oates.
All right, let's see. Is this thing on? There we go. What's up, everyone? Demo day, BYU Sandbox. This is awesome. Excited to be back with everyone. This is, first of all, I just want to ask, who here, just so I know who's in the audience, who here is an entrepreneur currently? Oh, wait, I can't. Yeah, wait. Actually, just give me a woo. Give me a, okay, there we go. All right. Who here invests in entrepreneurs? Okay. Who here is here supporting an entrepreneur? There we go. And who here wants to be an entrepreneur? Okay. So for all of you, got a question. How would you describe being an entrepreneur? What are some words you'd use? What's it like? Tiring. What else? Failure. Okay. What else? Highs and lows. Man, are we here trying to encourage them or discourage them from doing this, right? Being an entrepreneur is hard, right? It's hard. And I remember one day I went out to, I was out with the end of the month. I went to lunch with my buddy who's a realtor. And he was like, hey, so like, how are things going? I was like, well, I mean, I signed my biggest customer. I had to fire my VP of sales. I lost another customer and then I got a term sheet. He's like, holy cow, that's a busy month. And I'm like, oh no, man, that's this morning. That was like today, right? And it's tough, but I am so excited because we have 31 incredible entrepreneurs back there with 31 companies, 31 presentations, and I will attempt the death-defying feat of 31 PG jokes. We'll see how this goes. But even if some of them fall flat, I hope that you will give them the energy they need and help boost them up because we're here to do hard things, right? We entrepreneurs, we're a little bit crazy, we're a little bit nuts, but man, we want to make this world a better place, build some value. And so that's really exciting. And while the journey of pitching is very important, like for example, I just got a term sheet last week and it took 87 investors, some of which are here. Hello. That said no, and that's okay, right? That's what's going to happen. There's a lot of pitching, a lot of intros, and so this is a great practice for them into getting out there. But this isn't just practice. Once they step out here, this is the real world. So I'm excited to introduce. Let's get going on this one. I'll come out for some. I'll stay back there for some. We want to keep this moving, but for this first company, holidays. Thinking about holidays. I normally have one of two things I could do. Either one, I could watch Blue with my kids, or two, I could hang out with my awkward relatives. This next company is helping me hang out with my relatives without talking to them. Really exciting. A hardware-free gaming console. Give it up for Easton Allred of Matter.
Matter is a no-hardware gaming platform for the modern era. Playing Matter is simple. Your phone is your controller and your computer is your console. Jackbox Games laid the groundwork for phone-to-browser-based gaming in the last 10 years and has acquired hundreds of millions of users in this process. Matter combines the social appeal and ease of Jackbox with the quality and style of console gaming in a way that has never been done before. This method conveniently allows you to play games anywhere. Recent leaps in internet latency are what distinguish this opportunity. The impossible is now attainable. In the last 2.5 months, since only starting development on Matter, we have developed 3 proof-of-concept games and garnered almost 600 accounts created for our platform. Most recently, we have developed an intuitive integration system for game developers to build games on Matter and have secured various partners to continue building more and more games for our library. This includes the Sandbox Hackathon program, which over the next 24 hours will see 300 students developing games for our platform. It also includes Kieran Comics, a magazine company who is committed to promoting Matter across the United States, as well as commissioned a game to be made. We will take a 30% royalty on all games purchased on our site, and we'll be launching our first paid games by the end of the month. The potential in this space is enormous, with the TAM in excess of $20 billion. We are seeking investment to bring the delight of Matter games to the masses. Scan the QR code to play, and we'd love to talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Matter. 35% of all founder Discord is due to people not getting along. And the other 75% is due to one of the founders being bad at math. And I could see about 30% of you got that joke. So up next is splitting up responsibilities for being the opposite of Discord. Give it up for Jacob and Braden of Harmony.
Hi, I'm Jacob. This is Braden. We're the Harmony team, enabling designers to ship UI as visual developers. Let's say that you're a product manager for a high-growth SaaS startup. Your developers implemented your design, but it doesn't look like how you envisioned. The font size is too big, or the button is the wrong color. Unfortunately, to make these changes, you need your developers' help. However, this takes far too long, as you need to wait for your request to become a priority for your busy development team. And especially at fast-growing companies, we've seen firsthand how these changes might not even make it to production.
And so that's why we built Harmony, the first ever design tool that will allow teams to ship changes to their UI without needing a developer. Now you can make those design edits yourself, and Harmony will publish those changes straight to GitHub. Harmony integrates with your existing code base, turning your team into powerful visual developers. After releasing our beta just 2 weeks ago, we have been seeing organic traction. We are running tests with almost a dozen beta users so we can onboard the paying customers on our waitlist.
This full integration is revolutionary. This is one of our beta users and potential customers talking about how Harmony is a complete game changer for their growing business. And although companies are willing to pay for what we have right now, we know that the potential for this technology is limitless. With our users, we've sat down and talked about several larger use cases and pain points that we know that Harmony could solve. This is why we're raising a seed round next month so that we can build out our full vision of Harmony 2.0. If you want to see how Harmony works, try our interactive demo at harmonyui.app. There, you can schedule a pitch with us or connect with us to talk more about our vision. Thank you so much.
Harmony. Now, in the world of wokeness, you don't want to cross the line, but at times, the line will cross you. For example, words and phrases not too long ago that were kosher, and by the way, Chris, this isn't going to get too bad. Words like moron, or spirit animal, or even secretary that not too long ago were kosher are no longer, right? And so that's why this next company, I think it's cutting it close, using the word receptionist, but they also throw in an AI, so I think that's okay, right? So this is a virtual AI receptionist for automotive businesses. Give it up for Brandon Davis of Interval.
Introducing Interval, a virtual AI receptionist for automotive repair shops. When we first started working on Interval, we honestly didn't know which direction to take it and niche down. That is until we heard the statistic that 73% of all first-time callers in the automotive repair industry will choose to work with the shop that answers the phones first. For the shops that are missing those phone calls, this could result in northward of $4,000 per month in lost revenue. Whoever could tap into this market is going to have an absolutely huge payday because there's over 280,000 repair shops in the US alone. So that's exactly what we started to do at Interval. We created a virtual AI receptionist that is the perfect employee, 24/7, 365, handling all calls, texts, and online chatbot experiences. We also give the companies customer insights so they can continue to grow their sales and directly integrate with existing CRMs in the automotive repair space to ensure that every customer has close to as perfect experience as they can. In our beta test, we had 19 different companies helping us innovate and continually strive for better success. To date, we have $480 in MRR, and we've made north of $2,000. Over the next couple of years, our goal is to capture at least 9% of the market at a $300 a month valuation, which will bring in just northward of $91 million in ARR. I'm incredibly proud of the team that has built Interval today for all the successes we've had, from launching our beta back in February to where we are now, and our goal is to have 50 paying customers by the end of summer. We also will be raising in September, and anyone who's interested, we would absolutely love to talk with you. Guys, thank you so much for coming out today, and just remember with Interval, no customer will ever go unheard again. Thank you.
Interval. There's a lot of great buzzwords. Well, they cut my mic. Oh, there we go. I came back. All right. Well, I guess I'll just come out here then. Okay, there's a lot of great buzzwords out there, but this next one, I took some slight edits from this next company's website. AI-driven PaaS that builds your long-standing cloud infrastructure in a cost-effective manner with synergy, IoT, big data, quantum computing. Some of that was taken off out of context. Give it up for Cannon Farr of Conduit.
Hi, we're Conduit, intuitive cloud infrastructure designed to save and scale. My name is Cannon, and my co-founders and I are all software engineers. And throughout our work at rapidly scaling startups, we have found the one thing that developers hate the most: DevOps, the process of deploying your code to the cloud. This is such a big lift that enterprise companies often have dedicated teams to design and build DevOps processes. But startups usually lack the resources, which leaves engineers to deal with it themselves. The big three cloud computing companies, AWS, Azure, and GCP, all have immense complexities and a very steep learning curve to build efficient infrastructure that is a perfect fit for your services. Conversely, platform as a service companies like Heroku, Railway, and Vercel offer simple, user-friendly cloud solutions but lack infrastructure flexibility. As a product and company grow, scaling becomes expensive and they must face the ever-growing graduation problem, either endure vendor lock-in or face a costly rebuild on a native cloud platform. Conduit reaps the benefits from both of these solutions by leveraging AI and a simple user interface to craft cost-effective, efficient infrastructure built natively on your own cloud account, providing full transparency and control. Conduit helps make infrastructure your own, seamlessly integrate services like databases, machine learning models, or monitoring tools according to your unique situation. This week, we launched our MVP and are focused on getting more and more customer feedback through pilot programs with startups in our Sandbox cohort. Our team is dedicated to creating massive disruption in the cloud computing market and to help engineers refocus their efforts on what matters most, building their products. Thank you.
All right. Now, hear me out. Do haircuts change how people look? Yes? Are we getting a lot of yeses out there? Okay, so one time I went on a date with someone, and 3 months later, my cousin ended up moving into that apartment, but that person I thought had moved out. I went there, started talking to her new roommate, asked her on a date, and she's like, Zach, we went out 3 months ago. Now I was like, in my defense, she had long hair and went to short hair, which is why I really could have used this next company, which is plug and play facial recognition. Give it up for Devin of Rooster.
That's not quite the intended use, but I'm excited to tell y'all today about Rooster, plug and play facial recognition technology. The shoplifting market is huge. Over $40 billion are stolen every year from retail, 80% of which is done by repeat offenders. If we stop those repeat offenders, we could put $32 billion back in the pockets of the retail industry. But many of the solutions that stop them often end up hurting sales, which is why retail stores are so excited when we talk to them about the possibility of using facial recognition. After their initial excitement, though, they tend to ask, how legal is this? And we're very happy to say that it is. It's very legal, but you don't have to trust us on that. Many major companies in the market are currently pursuing this, but they're struggling to capture the fullness of the market. This is because they require complex integrations, they require extensive training, and they require expensive equipment in order to run their solutions. That's why we built Rooster the way we did. With only a Wi-Fi password and a camera login, Rooster is up and running in minutes, enabling all companies to access this amazing technology. Now, we see the potential of this market to be $1.2 billion in annual recurring revenue. And we plan to do so by having a razor and blade business model with an initial cost in computer with near zero maintenance cost to us in order to maintain. We're already installed in several locations and are excited to install in more, all the while creating our own proprietary facial matching model in order to make sure it's done the right way with two of the most brilliant AI software developers that I know. We're Rooster. We're excited to continue this journey. And if anyone would like to join us, please let us know. Thank you.
Rooster. Now, if there is one thing that we all can agree that we love, it's lawyers. Wait a second. But okay, let's try this again. If there's one thing that lawyers are really good at getting, it's money. Okay, we got that one. All right, this next company is lending to personal injury victims. Give it up for Oakley of Cruz.
Awesome. We're Cruise Financing, and we are doing AI-driven underwriting. After an auto accident, it often takes over 18 months before there's any sort of cash settlement from an insurance company. In the meantime, there's a lot of expenses, including car repair, car expenses, medical expenses. That's where pre-settlement funding comes in. Pre-settlement funding gives people a cash advance now in exchange for a portion of their future settlement. However, the only players in this space right now are charging very high predatory interest rates of over 100% a year, and it often takes them over 3 to 5 days to underwrite these loans properly and disperse the funds. The reason for these high rates is because of the complex nature of the underwriting process. Unlike a mortgage or a personal loan where you could just look at somebody's credit score, this involves very messy data, including scouring through police reports, medical records, and insurance limits. This is a perfect opportunity for AI. We are developing an AI model right now that will ingest this data and automatically help us underwrite these cases to know if the case could handle a pre-settlement loan. This model will also allow us to offer custom interest rates to each of our clients based on the riskiness of their individual cases. This is a sizable market at over $3.4 billion. And I believe that we're the perfect team to tackle this because I personally have over 3.5 years experience in this space and have manually underwrote over $500,000 in loans to date. Thank you.
Cruz. I have a soft heart, but baby soft hands. And if I didn't, I'd be more excited about this next company. Give it up for HR software for seasonal businesses, Kyle and Tad of Farmhand.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Tad. We're Farmhand, seasonal HR made simple.
I grew up on Andelin Family Farm, one of about 5,000 agritourism farms across the country. In agritourism, a farm's primary business comes from large events like a corn maze or a pumpkin patch. Think corn bellies.
Typical HR software ignores the unique needs of these underserved customers. At Farmhand, these unique needs are exactly what we've chosen to tackle. We offer employee onboarding, scheduling, timekeeping, and more, all simple, fast, and flexible enough for agritourism farms like Kyle's.
I've spent over 2 years building these tools in-house for our farm, but eventually realized that it was time to bring Farmhand to the masses. In the last 3 months, we've traveled over 11,000 miles, connecting with farmers all over the country, and we've built some pretty incredible relationships within the tight-knit agritourism community.
Our first customers have become Farmhand evangelists, promoting our product at conventions, in online forums, and with farms all around them. We are proud to announce that Farmhand currently serves 15 farms in 9 different states, managing over 2,400 employees.
This year, we'll do over $15,000 in revenue, and we expect to capture a majority market share in agritourism within the next 5 years. We've also demoed our platform with water parks and other seasonal attraction businesses and plan to replicate our same growth strategies in those niche communities as well.
Farmhand is bootstrapped, profitable, and just getting started. We're not looking for any funding, but if you want to start a farm, let us know. We're Farmhand. Thank you.
Farmhand. That's how they grow people in Iowa there. Oh my gosh, that's a tall guy. Okay, who here is a dog person? Yay! Who here is a cat person? Boo! Who here is an insect person? Crickets. Get it? Cricket. I came up with that one myself. Okay, all right. I told you they were all going to be winners. But all pets do need care. So up next is management software for pet care businesses with no relation to Mel. Give it up for Michael Gibson of Tail Tracker.
In 2021, when I became a dog trainer, I learned about a huge hole in the market, the need for better management software for pet care businesses. That's why we founded Tail Tracker, to build software to help small pet businesses manage their business. There are over 310,000 dog trainers and groomers in the US today, with more than 20,000 boarding facilities. We also plan on expanding into vet clinics, rescues, and other types of animal care with this software. We have our validation suggests more than 80% of our market is interested in changing software to something that better suits their needs and is cheaper. When showing our product to a current business owner who uses pen and paper, they said, "This will change my life." Our current competitors are Ginger, BusyPaws, and other types of management software that aren't pet care specific. These softwares, while offering a very similar service, are filled with fancy buttons and whistles and priced so expensively that our market, which is small individual dog trainers, can't afford them. We currently have a working product that we have launched to paying customers, and we're actively onboarding 3 customers right now. We're still working with customers to improve and to build something that truly helps run their business. We have a team of 2 co-founders, Spencer and I, plus our mascot and inspiration, Ethel. Thank you.
Now, if you are older than 26, you're going to find out that most startups don't offer health insurance. And those that do, it's because you got parents. But here's the thing. Once you get older, you'll find out about Medicare through commercials on AMC from old actors. And now, if you don't know what AMC is for you college kids, it's kind of like TikTok for senior citizens. Up next is an automated Medicare broker, the man with a movie star name, Levi Duke. That's his real name. I asked him. I was like, "Are you sure?" Anyway, Levi Duke with ChoiceGuard.
Is an online Medicare broker. Each year, 65 million people are faced with the challenge of selecting a Medicare plan. That represents a yearly $29 billion in yearly sales commissions. In a given area, there are hundreds of plan options, each with a very different set of benefits, coverage amounts, rules, and networks. The existing methods of finding a plan are talking with a licensed agent or using really crappy websites that take about as much expertise as an insurance agent to select the optimal plan. That's why we created ChoiceGuard, an automated Medicare broker that provides tailored plan recommendations based on the user's input. It marries the value of an expert's recommendation with the convenience and transparency of an online marketplace. As a licensed agent myself for over 4 years, I took my industry experience along with dozens of interviews and tests to build this website with the help of multiple talented engineers. After a lengthy approval process, we've had 14 major insurance companies approve our fully functional web app. We've been approved by the federal government, and we were authorized to launch our website a few weeks ago. We've done $450 in online sales since launch and $80K in phone sales prior to that. 56% of this $29 billion market already shops online, yet suffers from underperforming websites. Each year, the number of Medicare enrollees is increasing, as is their tech savviness. We have the chance to ride a tidal wave of growth as we modernize the Medicare plan shopping experience with ChoiceGuard. Thank you.
ChoiceGuard. Now, mental health is crucial, but for some reason, my therapists keep raising their prices. Therapy aid for daily mental health results. Give it up for James Mason of Remark.
And I'm a co-founder of Remark Therapy. We built a therapy aid for daily mental health results. There are currently 43 million people attending therapy in the United States, the majority of which experience a huge gap between their therapy goals and their actual mental well-being. The majority of these people struggle to make significant changes between sessions, and their therapists want them to take greater accountability. With Remark, we can integrate therapy into daily life with features like daily notifications, symptom tracking, and assignment sharing with the therapist. Therapists are now able to give much more tailored and personalized treatment. In our closed beta of 30 users and a few therapists, we've seen amazing results. Patients have made much more consistent progress, and therapists have had much greater insight into the effectiveness of their treatment. The therapy management software industry is an $18 billion market. With 280,000 therapists currently licensed and practicing in the United States, therapists are willing to pay over $150 per month to improve the patient experience, as well as to manage their treatment data. Therapists and clients are currently using completely different products. We address the gap in the market by unifying their efforts. As a team, we care deeply about mental health. We've been through therapy, and so have our close friends and family. We're dedicated to working on this full-time moving forward and would love to start investment conversations today. With Remark, we can elevate the therapy journey every day. Thank you.
Remark. Now, this may come as a shock to you guys, but for the last 48 hours, I actually have not spoken. I completely lost my voice, and it was a huge challenge to only me. I think everybody else enjoyed it. But this next company I'm really excited about. It gave me a much greater appreciation for them. Enabling real-time communication for nonverbal individuals. Give it up for Pearl of Easy Speak.
This is Seth, one of our current users. He used to be a triathlete, and because of ALS has now been bedridden. This is how he currently communicates with this device you see here, which allows him to use his eyes as a mouse, typing one letter at a time. This is not fast enough to replace being able to talk with his family. To illustrate this, the previous team gave an entire pitch in the same amount of time it would take Seth to say hi. Seth's greatest wish is to be able to have a real-time conversation with his wife. This is how we're doing it. We have an AI trained on Seth's data, and our app will transcribe what somebody says to him. In this example, his wife asking how his day is. It'll generate personalized responses that are made to sound like him. The time saved is the difference between him being able to keep up in conversation or being left out of it. There are about 50,000 people with ALS and similar conditions in the US and 1 million globally. And each of them are already paying $15,000 for devices like what you saw earlier. We have a beta with 3 users out right now, and we're developing partnerships with these organizations that distribute this tech. This is the team. I'm Pearl. Camille's my co-founder, and we are dedicated to building this. We're raising this summer, and we want Seth to be a part of the conversation. Thank you.
Easy Speak. Red Rover sent 24/7 deal closing AI text assistant for services businesses right over with Talmadge Morgan of Rover.
I'm Talmadge, and this is Rover, a 24/7 deal closing text assistant for service businesses. I run a window cleaning company that generated $100,000 in revenue last year, and I'm just one of 5 million service business owners who run similar businesses nationwide. There are, service businesses miss 62% of their calls, and the average industry response time for those missed calls is 24 hours. Customers will often move on at that point in time, and that leaves revenue on the table, and that's where Rover comes in. Using generative AI and natural language, Rover will automatically follow up with a customer after a call is missed. It will integrate with the CRM and existing booking software, determine their needs and their intent, and attempt to book them for service. If Rover is unable to complete the booking, it will pass off the relevant data to the sales team so they can complete the service. 9 out of 10 consumers prefer to text businesses, and 93% of those consumers also trust texting as a communication channel. Service businesses spend 10% of their annual revenue on customer service software, and there are a lot of software businesses out there solving similar problems, but we are the most inexpensive, effective, and lightweight solution out there. In fact, data shows that our text assistant is better at closing deals and qualifying leads than a fully staffed after-hours call center. So what? Well, 25% of sales opportunities in service businesses come after a typical business hours. If Rover can convert just a third of the leads it comes in contact with, it can generate an extra $80,000 a year for a business doing $1 million in annual revenue. These are a few of the companies we've worked with: Banner Pest Services and Roof Tech Roofers. We have several more in the pipeline that we're excited about, and this is the team. Thank you.
Rover. So what do you do when you coast your way through college, you graduate, and you're not sure what you want to do next? No. Before you become an entrepreneur, what do? You become a river guide, right? And man, even dandruff calls those people flaky. I could say that because my brother-in-law is one. I don't know, is that loud? Anyway, up next is employee scheduling for outfitters. Give it up for Aaron Farr of TrackUp.
All right, I've been a river guide since 2018. Employee scheduling in this space is a mess. In the guiding industry, schedules are based primarily on the number of booked passengers on a tour. For that reason, 94% of companies still manually create and distribute schedules, which can take 4 to 14 hours per week. And there really isn't a software for these companies to solve that problem. Enter TrackUp. We pull your reservations from your bookings platform, customized to your individual operation, and can create an initial schedule for your season in just 3 seconds, keeping it updated throughout the year in response to booking changes real time. We currently have 3 committed subscribers, 3 companies testing our product, and 10 people in our pipeline waiting for us to be ready. With 40,000 guiding companies in this space, there are companies that need our service. And at an average contract value of $600 per year, that brings our serviceable obtainable market to $24 million, with an easy next step into adjacent markets such as restaurants, summer camps, medical offices, and other reservation bookings-based operations. We are TrackUp and scheduled for adventure.
TrackUp. What is the hardest part of watching movies alone in your apartment on a Friday night? Meeting new people. So this next company, forming connections beyond the screen. Give it up for Logan Gibbs of Intro.
We are Intro. Meet with purpose at networking events. Networking is the backbone of business success, and yet 41% of professionals struggle to initiate conversations at trade shows and networking events, and 36% feel anxiety engaging beyond pleasantries. This is where Intro steps in, reducing anxiety barriers and enhancing conversations. Intro is specifically designed to connect business professionals at networking events and trade shows. Users create a profile featuring a photo of themselves and a list of their business needs. When 2 users are at the same event and have a shared business need, Intro lets them know that they should meet. If both users agree, Intro facilitates a chat so they can organize an on-the-spot meetup. This ensures that all attendees of events have meaningful face-to-face interactions that are centered on mutual business needs. We launched a B2C version of this application, and within 24 hours, we had 67 downloads on our iOS app and 40 additional Android users ready to download the app when we release the Android version. We hope to continue scaling Intro by white labeling this technology to local trade shows and networking events. The network application industry is a $3.6 billion industry, and we hope to carve out a $50 million stronghold in that industry by focusing on these events and trade shows where networking is crucial to driving revenue. There are some existing players in this space. However, Intro differentiates itself by focusing on on-the-spot, in-person conversations focused on mutual business needs. This is our team here at Intro, and we're not looking for investment right now, but we would love to talk about further opportunities to scale. Thank you.
Intro. Well, team, get out your bingo cards because we just hit our AI mentioned in 6 companies so far square, an AI mentor to guide cloud cost control. Give it up for Adam Renter of Sora Cloud.
We are Sora, an AI mentor that guides cloud cost control. The truth is, at even the best tech companies, engineering teams are technical, but they're not cloud technical. Cloud costs are complex. Growth is number one, and nothing else matters until the bill hits. As global cloud spending approaches $600 billion annually, experts estimate that 30% of that figure is wasted. That's like buying a cup of coffee every day just to pour a third of it down the drain. One word can be used to describe our target customer: growth. An early-stage startup can get away with spinning up and deploying using platform as a service tools like Porter or even bare metal. But the truth is, our customers have outscaled these tools. They're locked in with AWS, Azure, GCP, and need tools that can help them make sense of the complex pricing models that exist. Here's how it works. Sora scans your infrastructure, identifies where you're overspending, and helps you make sense of your cloud bill. Imagine chatting with a mentor that not only understands your bill, but also intimately understands you and your business needs. With Sora, Responses go beyond just numbers and figures. Sora responds with charts, insights, and personalized advice tailored to you and your business. Compared to other businesses, Sora has an emphasis on one thing: guidance. Existing cloud cost management solutions, while useful, often lack in this critical component. Here's the difference. Others will tell you what you spent yesterday. Sora will tell you what you will spend tomorrow and the day after that. Sora is a mentor for your cloud. With Sora, understanding complex cloud pricing is as easy to understand as checking your email. Choose Sora, and together, let's make cloud cost management straightforward and stress-free. Thank you.
Sora. Okay, so why did the guy buy a used refrigerator? Because he wanted something with a cool history. Oh, wow. All right. I'm happy to know that one was written by AI. Well, a way cooler way of buying things, and I hope that you guys have your fashion pens out, because this next duo knows how to dress StockX for video games. Give it up for Travis and Dallin of Evertro.
Hey everybody, I'm Travis Hoffman.
And I'm Dallin Birmingham.
And we are Evertro, a peer-to-peer marketplace for authenticated and tested video games. What Goat and StockX do for sneakers, we do for video games. I'm an avid video game nerd and have sold over $50,000 worth of video games online. Throughout my time in this space, I and many others have been scammed, mainly by fake games, but also by broken games and other general marketplace scams.
Current players in the market offer no guarantee of authenticity, which causes fakes to run rampant. People have developed workaround solutions for these problems, such as Reddit communities that check your game collection for fakes, Facebook groups with trusted buyers and sellers and strict rules, as well as in-person meetups where people can buy, sell, and trade. These workaround solutions offer
limit the market.
Yeah, these workaround solutions limit the market people can sell to, and they fragment the game buying process into several silos. $1.7 billion worth of pre-owned video games were sold just last year in the United States, and with prices still rising, scams are also increasing.
Every item purchased on our site is authenticated in person with the aid of AI before being shipped to the end buyer. Our business model is free with fees, and we anticipate scaling to other collectible verticals where an item's authenticity has a big effect on their valuation. We recently launched late February and have over $1,500 in GMV. This is our amazing team. We're excited about this business and passionate about revolutionizing the game buying experience. We'll be raising come summertime. Let us know if you'd like to be involved. Thank you.
Evertro. Guess what, team? We're halfway there, right? Woo! How have they been doing so far? Your hands hurting from clapping? They should be, right? They've put a lot of work into this, which means, by the way, so the halfway mark is where we pause and I give you a dating story. It was requested by me. So here's what happens. I was on a bad date. She, things weren't going well. She had asked out my roommate, who was on a double date with us, on a date for the next weekend. So that's a very bad sign. We were sitting down for dinner. Conversation was awkward. I see a sheep truck driving by. And I was like, oh, look, there's a sheep truck. And she goes, how do you know that's a sheep truck? And I was like, well, I was in the sheep truck driving union for a couple of years. And she goes, oh, well, while we're in a lying mood, I'm having a great time and would love to go on a second date. Brutal, right? Whew. I know, it makes entrepreneurship seem easy. But now this next company reminded me of that because I really could have used a little bit of love after that. And this next company is Digital Wellness Community for Young People. Give it up for Kristen and Macy of Ignite.
Okay, if you're touching your phone right now, I want you to pick it up and put it under your chair for the next 90 seconds. Go ahead. Today, we're not focused on building a software product. We're building a community. Gen Z grew up with smartphones and social media, and they're the loneliest generation the world has ever seen. We're lonely even when we're together. Smartphones and social media are corroding our relationships with ourselves, our loved ones, and the world. Macy and I both quit social media, and it's completely changed our lives. That's why we're committed to building a movement that transforms the way that Gen Z connects. So far, we've piloted a mental health education program that brings college students and young teens together to discuss technology, mental health, and relationships using the interactive campfire platform that you see here on the slide. We're in the process of finalizing paid contracts with 3 schools to offer these discussion groups at scale.
We're also building a community of people committed to a summer off of social media. Hundreds have signed up, but this is just the beginning. A lot of people have tried to solve this problem, but they started with the product instead of starting with the community. When college students were asked if they'd prefer to live in a world without Instagram or TikTok, 58% said yes. So then why is 92% of Gen Z still on these platforms? Because social media use is a collective action problem. It's hard for anyone to quit as long as everyone else is still using it. And that's why we need a mass movement to change the way we connect. Okay, now you can pull out your phones. If you want a world with less distraction and more deep connection, scan this QR code and sign up for our Summer Off Social Medias challenge. Thank you.
Ignite. We're going to keep this moving. We've got 11 companies to go, and I took too long telling the story about my terrible date. So up next is a competitive research tool for e-commerce businesses, Mason Quinn of Checkmate.
Hello, we're Checkmate, and we build competitive analytics tools that help your product stand out. Right now, e-commerce markets are saturated. The amount of e-commerce sellers has risen by 47% in the last year. Customer acquisition costs have increased by 222% over the last decade, and there are no tools that help you differentiate your products. That's where Checkmate comes in. We use customer data to help your product stand out in competitive markets. Let me show you how we did that for partners of ours like Thread. First, our software processed their consumer review and revenue data to figure out what features and what pains are driving revenue growth in their market space. Then, based on that data, we help them create marketing and design strategies that will make them succeed. When we tested those designs with customers, we found that the customers were 35% more likely to buy a Checkmate design versus the original. That's why this works. Currently, the market size of e-commerce analytics is huge. If we can just capture 1% of it, we will get to over 100 million in ARR. We think we can do that because of the traction we have with our current partners and because of our experience in the e-commerce analytics and the e-commerce analytics market. We're Checkmate, and we help your product stand out. Thank you.
Checkmate. Because I don't have enough things in my life to make me feel guilty, this next company is gamifying the workout experience. Give it up for Jackson Peterson of Gainify.
Hello, we're Gainify. We're gamifying the workout experience. The harsh reality is that existing workout apps suck. Behind me are 2 screenshots of current market leaders. Their apps are boring and generic. Historically, startups have won stagnant markets just like this one with gamification. For example, Snapchat with communication, Duolingo with language learning, and even Strava with running. This market is plagued with thousands of white-labeled fitness apps, and we believe someone will take advantage of this. And whoever does will win in a massive market. In 2022 alone, there was a 54% increase in fitness app spend, bringing the total spend to just over $5 billion. We think that this market is ripe for the taking, and Gainify is the one who can do it. On Gainify, we are currently gamifying the workout experience, turning the mundane task of logging your workouts into something that is fun, interactive, and motivating to do. We not only track your hard work, but reward you for it as well. On Gainify, you're able to invite your friends to compete in various fitness challenges and win and grow together. We launched just 21 days ago, and with 0 paid marketing, we're already over 800 active users. And we believe that once we launch on Android and start some paid marketing, we could see some very explosive growth. Our team is currently looking to raise this summer, and the Gainify team is excited to continue to gamify the workout experience. Thank you.
Yeah. Gets me pumped up looking at him, man. Well, after reading this next company name, I was pleasantly wow. Can we try that again? Let's rewind the tape on that one. So after reading the name of this next company, I was pleasantly surprised to find out that it was not, in fact, a child vaping tool. Interactive resources for early age learners. Give it up for Tice Call of Kidlit.
Today, children struggle with academic content, and it's time for a change. That's where Kidlit comes in. Our mission is to inspire children to love learning for a lifetime by offering resources that are both educational and interactive. Kidlit, like every child's learning journey, begins with children's books. Our MVP allows users to create their very own children's book. And the process is simple. Tell us what you want to write about, then select your image style. And in a few seconds, Kidlit will generate your story for you. Now, this is where the magic happens. Kidlit will bring your book to life. This is the intersection of education and imagination. No other product on the market offers children this unique experience. The global children's book market is valued at just under $10 billion, with e-learning growing by double digits every year. We're excited to go beyond just children's books and expand into the e-learning market. In our first month, Kidlit has 2 paying customers with several more on the waitlist. Scan the QR code to join them. Kidlit is inspiring children to love learning for a lifetime. Thank you for considering investing in their future and ours.
Kidlit. Giving Dick Tracy something to be jealous of, two-way radio used through his smartphone. Give it up for Tanner Davis of Kiba.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tanner with Kiba. This is my phone. I love my phone because it keeps me connected with friends and family. But when I'm in the outdoors, my smartphone is useless without cell service. When I'm in the mountains, I lose connection with friends and family, even the ones back at camp. And this is a problem, especially if something bad were to happen. Let's go next one. Okay. I can use a walkie-talkie, of course, but everyone on the mountain would be able to hear me. Plus, it's not something I'm used to. I want to use something that I'm already familiar with, my phone. Nobody enables you to use your smartphone in the backcountry, so we did. This is the Kiba Atlas. The Kiba Atlas allows you to use your smartphone like you already know how, with voice communication, location sharing, and messaging. Imagine in emergency scenarios being able to immediately and precisely locate your group members. That's not something that a walkie-talkie can do. And this isn't just a pipe dream either. We have a fully working prototype that pairs seamlessly with our fully developed mobile app. People are loving the idea of Kiba Atlas. Here are just some of the names of people on our growing waitlist, as well as companies that have expressed high interest in our product. We've seen major growth in the communication and digital mapping spaces due to more and more people going outside. When you factor in other industries like hunting, hiking, skiing, you begin to realize the absolutely huge market that this product serves. We have the engineers to build it and the factories ready to manufacture it. We are opening a seed round this summer to cover those expenses and to begin to test our product on the market. With Kiba, you're always connected outdoors. I'm Tanner with Kiba. Thank you.
Kiba. In the twilight of your life, you might not find your Edward, but you should at least find Care, a marketplace for seniors to low-cost in-home care. Give it up for Haley and Chloe of Twilight.
Hello, everyone. I'm Haley, and this is my co-founder, Chloe. We're the founders of Twilight, a marketplace for seniors to find low-cost in-home care. It all started with my dad, whose health problems exposed me to the difficulties of family caregiving. Not all seniors require full-time care. Many have family who, with just a little extra support, can care for them at home. So we asked, could students provide that extra support? That's why we created Twilight. We connect caregiving experienced students to seniors who have a spare room. It's an easy solution to a big need.
This is simple. We connect seniors and students based on their needs stated in their application. We have partnered with these schools and also the Mountainland Association of Governments to find qualifying participants. In the past 2 weeks, 22 students and 7 seniors have registered. And of those, 12 matches have been made. The US in-home care market is huge, with $8.39 million of total addressable market. And unlike our competitors, we target students for caregiving work, and our compensation model is focused on rent-free housing.
Moving forward, we hope to reach a larger geographic area by utilizing MAG's Utah network and contacting other universities, hopefully reaching all of Salt Lake and Utah counties. This is our team, with Chloe and I as co-founders and our designer, Bruce. We are Twilight, a marketplace for seniors to find low-cost in-home care. Thank you.
Twilight. Now, having kids is kind of like making pancakes. You always mess up the first one. And to help ensure that your oldest at least speaks good English, up next is an AI tutor for English learners. Give it up for Kyle and Victoria of MOVA.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and I'm from Ukraine. To study in the US, I had to learn English. Despite years of learning, I still wasn't confident in speaking. Finding opportunities to practice speaking English was extremely challenging. Turns out I'm not alone. Through our research, 94% of people said that speaking was the hardest part of learning a language. Expensive tutoring, time constraints, and anxiety of making mistakes while talking to native speakers make it even more difficult.
Our app MOVA breaks these barriers by providing an AI-powered tutor for English conversation practice. Unlike our competitors, learners can have practical and customizable conversations anytime, get live corrections, and expand their vocabulary and context, all without fear of making mistakes. Here's how it works. Learners select a scenario or create their own. They begin the conversation and get live corrections from MOVA when they make a mistake. They continue speaking, and at the end of the conversation, they get a report and suggestions on how to improve.
The digital market for English learning is almost $6 billion. We offer free and premium subscriptions.
We currently have 16 beta users and 1 paying customer, with more on the way. Our users love MOVA, and here are some of the things they say about us.
I wish I had MOVA when I was learning English. Here's our dedicated team, and if you have any questions or want to learn more, please come talk to us. Thank you.
MOVA! Дякую. By the way, just to let you guys know, Kyle and I were playing tag backstage. That was totally for sympathy vote. His foot's fine. But speaking of being a parent, who here has multiple kids? Okay. Yeah, who here has a favorite kid? Okay, there we go. Some hands went up. All right. Now, I don't publicly say who my favorite kid is, but if I had to throw one of them off the boat, like, I know who it wouldn't be. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a favorite or not, but all I have to say is, because I know one of the other 3 kids is going to end up in contracting, I'm excited for this next company, Divvy for contractors. Give it up for Pearson Wallace of Swipe.
Hello, everyone. At Swipe, we're building the chat-based payments platform for construction. Contractors have historically been very slow to adopt technology. We consistently speak with contractors doing tens of millions of dollars in revenue who keep track of expenses using Google Sheets. They spend money on an American Express and get one massive bill at the end of the month. They then have to go down and break down these expenses, which often leads to overspending. Overspending cost the construction industry $273 billion in 2023. And these inefficiencies cause contractors to face 74-day delays on their average project. We fix this problem through a chat-based interface through which contractors can manage their finances. Imagine a contractor goes to Home Depot and swipes our card. They instantly receive a text message asking them which project they'd like to file this under. They respond and everything's done automatically. This way, contractors have insights into how they're tracking on their budgets and know exactly what financial decisions to make. They can access more data through our platform and issue preset spending limits on cards to their employees. In 2023, the residential construction space spent $922 billion, half of which was spent on a credit card. Given interchange at 2.3%, that makes our annual market size around $10 billion. Since February 1st, we've added 35 contractors to our wait list and negotiated terms for a card program with Marqeta. This is our team. We're excited about the impact we can make and are looking to raise as soon as possible. Thanks.
Swipe. All right, one more dad joke. Let's try this again. Why was the equal sign so humble? Because he knew he wasn't greater than or less than anyone else. Oh, man. All right. Well, up next, we have personalized math tutoring. Hopefully, I was hoping it was going to be personalized joke tutoring, but math tutoring with Jose and Matt of Digit.
This is Digit, the AI math tutor for Common Core. The public school system uses a one-size-fits-all educational approach with Common Core. Common Core has standardized the teaching curriculum in our country, and now parents that are trying to help their children in their education are struggling because they're unfamiliar with the methods being taught. In fact, students that excel and students that struggle are not getting the personalized learning that they need to grow. After talking to several teachers about this, we identified a gap in the educational market where we can personalize public education to the needs of all students. This is a math problem we got from Math Common Core and plugged it into ChatGPT. Notice what's wrong with it?
It gives a solution right away. And in this case, the steps to get the answer are wrong. After asking the exact same question to Digit, this is what we get. We've created a better learning experience for the student. We give our AI model knowledge of the Common Core curriculum. Digit then matches the vocabulary of the curriculum, making it easier and more relevant for students to understand. This helps us to become more accurate than other AI tutors out there. As you can see here, students are guided through the problem-solving process instead of getting a solution right away. As we this have I think it, so the I apologize. So this helps us create a personalized experience for the students. And then in the end, we also have a custom-built math keyboard to help with more complex problems.
Digit teaches with unlimited patience, so parents don't have to. This is our team, and we're on a mission to transform public education for all students.
Digit is live with a growing user base, and you can check it out at digithomeLearning.com or by scanning this QR code. Thank you.
Digit. Study abroad either end up in a eat, pray, love scenario or a Liam Neeson scenario. Helping us ensure the former, this is Lead Gen for study abroad providers. Give it up for Joseph Durden of Scholar Media Co.
Hi, everybody. We're Scholar Media Co., and we're doing Lead Gen for study abroad providers. In 2016, I went to live in Switzerland as an exchange student. This experience was by far the most amazing experience I've ever been able to have. The ability to get to know and love a new culture, yes, that's me, is something that I feel like everybody should be able to experience at least once in their lives. The issue is, however, not many people know about the different opportunities to go live abroad. Currently, program providers struggle to get these opportunities seen on the platforms where students are spending hours every single day, aka social media. Sorry. 2 years ago, I decided to create an Instagram account and just help exchange students find the best scholarships and programs most applicable to them. We've since then been able to grow our community to over 350,000 students, where we now amass over 90 million organic impressions and 600,000 unique visitors to our page every single month. What we do with this is we then help students that are looking to study abroad and connect them with the best programs out there for them so that they can have the same experience that I had 8 years ago. We're working with a couple different companies right now, such as Life Prep Academy and Amber Student, and to date have done over 2,000 in revenue. Top of the line includes companies such as YFU and the University of Otago in New Zealand. The team consists of 2 developers, Isaac and Colin, our designer Emily, and myself as the PM. Thank you very much.
Scholar Media Co. This next company's biggest competition is probably Ozempic, a white label fitness app for influencers. Give it up for Aaron Jarrett of Corvello.
I'm Aaron with Corvello, and we build custom fitness apps for influencers. Fitness influencers make a killing on their apps. One that we've spoken with has 200,000 followers on Instagram and profits more than 1.5 million every year on her app alone. But for small-time influencers who are looking to get their name out there, they don't have the money to build a fitness app. Other platforms have a shared, or other companies have a shared platform, but they take large chunks of their revenue, and there aren't many competitive solutions for pre-built fitness apps out there. That's why we created Corvello. With Corvello, you can create your own fitness app with no upfront costs. It's professional, it's easy, and it's tailored to meaningful interactions with your subscribers. Corvello has the largest revenue sharing model on the market at 90%. We can do this because we are heavily automating creating and maintaining apps. Since launching 1.5 weeks ago, we have since onboarded 1 fitness influencer and have a few more in the pipeline. Our competitors lack the combination of core values found most important to be with influencers, and we believe Corvello can stand out. The fitness app market is valued at $13 billion and is expected to grow 30% year over year until at least 2030. And we are very excited for the future. Keep your revenue, connect with your community. That's Corvello.
Corvello. All right, team. Any Billy Joel fans out there? Woo! Yeah. Madison Square Garden has how many seats? Who knows? You get a free prize. 19,000. That was close. I'll give you a hug after. And Billy Joel sold out Madison Square Garden 100 times. He has sold almost 2 million tickets to Madison Square Garden. You want to know some other events that sold out Madison Square Garden? The 1970 Knicks NBA championship, Taylor Swift Eras, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, and I kid you not, this is not even a joke. In January of next year, they already sold out a live Dungeons and Dragons event. Sold out Madison Square Garden. I kid you not. That's pretty crazy. So, clean out those basements, mom and dad, because they're nerds no more. AI-powered D&D game prep. Give it up for Matthew Thompson of Worldsmith.
Hello, everybody. We're Worldsmith, and we help people build better RPG experiences. Now, when I was 15 years old, I started playing Dungeons & Dragons. And it's an amazing game that allows you to build and explore entire worlds with your friends. And I didn't notice at the time, but I was actually joining a community of over 68 million players, 12.5 million game masters, all of whom spend over $1 billion on this game every year. Now, for anyone who's played knows that D&D has a huge problem, though, game preparation. In fact, 84% of players listed game prep as their biggest issue with D&D. Now, at Worldsmith, we decided to fix this problem. We currently have a powerful suite of content generators that allow any players to build everything that they need to run a good gaming session, whether that's maps, whether that's monsters, whether that's NPCs, or anything else that they could need, allowing our players to spend less time preparing and more time playing. Now, we currently offer a $5 per month subscription, which combined with most of our market gives us over $750 million in annual revenue. Now, currently we have about 1,000 users in the last 5 weeks with over $3,000 in revenue and more than double that in committed payments in the next week alone. In the end, we love this game and we're willing to make Worldsmith a long-term success. But we want you to join us. Thank you.
Worldsmith. So I was told that this next company was going to give everyone a chocolate bar in the room. Woo! But then I was informed by Chris that I legally can't say that because that was a joke. Because this next company, although it is my least favorite candy bar, this is an awesome company. Automatic customer insights for marketing. Rob's better looking younger brother, Jason Lowe of Mars.
We're Mars, AI-powered customer insights for marketing. The right customer insights are worth billions. Companies like Dollar Shave Club and IBM have used them to make wildly successful marketing campaigns. The problem is, current methods for marketing to uncover these insights don't cut it. They resort to this. They manually watch sales calls, they get biased and secondhand insights from sales or customer success, they do costly research calls, or frankly, they just guess. Because of how important customer insights are, the customer analytics market is big and is growing fast at 18% year over year. We have built the solution. Mars automatically ingests and analyzes all customer-facing calls. It then uncovers the customer's voice and extracts key marketing insights like pain points, reasons for excitement, hot words and phrases, and more. It also allows users to sort these found insights by the unique customer personas that they target. This enables Mars to be the only purpose-built solution for marketers, and also allows us to create insight suggestions, content suggestions, and even start on persona mapping and competitive analysis for them. It's working. In just 2 months, we've come to 100 MRR in our paid beta, as well as having 4 companies on our platform and another 1,600 MRR in the pipeline. We have a clear path to 100 million in ARR by only capturing 1% of marketing teams in the US. Our team comprises me, the CEO, and Tanner King, our coding wizard. We're raised in mid-August, and we'd love to connect. Thank you very much.
Mars! Shoot for the moon, you'll end up on Mars. Isn't that what they say? You guys, we have 2 companies left, right? Have they done a great job so far? Woo! So if you look at the name of this next company, you can understand my confusion and why I had to make a couple of phone calls, because I thought this next company was the AI math startup. Turns out it's not. It's construction management, Adam Chandler with Subtract.
Hi, I'm Adam with Subtract, and we enable construction management through text, email, and WhatsApp. This is Jeff Tate, our first customer. Jeff is a custom home builder who does 8 to 10 projects per year. For each of his projects, Jeff hires over 20 different subcontractors. To manage all his projects and people, Jeff pays $900 a month for a construction management tool called Buildertrend. There's only one problem. Subcontractors hate software and refuse to use Buildertrend. One subcontractor told us, if contractors require us to use their software, we don't even give them a bid. So now Jeff spends 2 to 3 hours per day transferring info from Buildertrend to text and email, then back into Buildertrend. This cuts into his bandwidth and delays his projects. We solved this problem. Our solution is a project management platform that integrates with text, email, and WhatsApp. So instead of asking his subcontractors to download Buildertrend, something they will not do, Jeff lets Subtract distribute project details automatically via text or email, then use AI to read subcontractors' responses and make updates to the project. Contractors get the project management platform they love, and subs never have to use it. Right now, we have 5 customers representing $1,000 of committed MRR, and our wait list pushes our total pipeline to 10,000 MRR. We target residential builders who construct between 5 and 25 homes annually. There are 280,000 of these in the US. As you can see from this slide, capturing even a small portion of our target audience will get us to 100 million ARR. Alexander and I have quit our jobs to go all in on this business. Right now, we're focused on building the product and getting people to use it and love it, but we'll start fundraising in July and would love to start those conversations now. Thank you.
Subtract. And because this event could not end without one more nod to AI, the AI platform for healthcare front desks, give it up for Cairo Murphy of Stratus.
Last year, I spent a month in a dental clinic working at the front desk. My whole job was to spend all day, every day on the phone with insurance, and it sucked. This led me to one conclusion, that the dental front office is actually a glorified call center. They spend way too much time on the phone, too much money on the problem, and it's nearly impossible to hire and retain staff to do this job. This was the world our customers lived in before Stratus. We built an AI-powered solution that calls insurance so our customers don't have to. We automatically pull patient data, call insurance to get coverage information, and write that right back into our customer systems. Instead of taking an hour or more per patient on the phone, our customers can now do it in just a click of a button. Thomas and I both come from technical backgrounds and are fully committed to building Stratus into a multi-billion-dollar business. Just in the last 2.5 months alone, we've grown from 0 to 66,000 in ARR using a usage-based subscription model. We have customers all over the country that use our platform daily. And our ARR keeps doubling month over month. And we don't have any plans to stop that now. Our customers are actually already asking us to build additional products like scheduling, claims, and more. And it's not just dental clinics, it's all of healthcare. Stratus is the AI platform for the healthcare front desk. Join us in transforming healthcare.
Woo! There we go! That was awesome. So I just wanted to close out. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to the entrepreneurs for dreaming. Thank you to the investors for believing. Thank you to Chris and the whole team at BYU for enabling all of this. And thank you all for coming here and supporting. Let's do hard things, team. Woo!
Now you